Hello and welcome to another episode of the e-commerce coffee break podcast. Today we want to talk about how you can scale your Shopify business with local on-demand production. Now, a lot of creators and merchants out there have their suppliers somewhere around the globe, and there's a long shipping times in there, and obviously it's not very good for the environment. So there are better times, and specifically if you're looking into print on demand, that was a problem in the past, long shipping times, a lot of shipping costs involved, and there's a solution for that. So with me to talk about this topic today, I have Pal Naess. He's the VP of Growth Projects at Gelato.com. Gelato.com is a company that deals with print on demand. We will dive into that a little bit later. Pal has 6 years of experience in Innovation Norway. He has served as a director of entrepreneurs and startups, overseeing all aspects of supporting startup and early growth companies. And he is also one of Norway's leaders of Norway's most successful startups and the winner of the 2015 Oslo Innovation Award. So he has a lot of background when it comes to startups and running businesses. And let's dive into the topic today. Hey, Paul, how are you today?
Hi, Klaus. Very nice to meet you. I'm doing great. Looking forward to the talk.
Paul, obviously print on demand is a big topic. It's around for a long time, but it was not very good when it comes to environment. A lot of merchants had to source their things from suppliers that were far away. You came up with a better solution. Tell me a little bit about it. How does it work?
Yeah, no, I can tell you about Gelato. I mean, we have a 15 years history now, or actually 16, and started out as a very, I would say, a typical on-demand online print store. I mean, we were selling greeting cards, we were selling calendars, we added photo books, and started with local production, meaning that our Norwegian store, our Norwegian store, we were working on a printer here in Norway, and then we launched UK and opened our store there and moved a little bit, having launched both our online stores and with partnerships with local print houses. We saw that was a much better way of doing it. I mean, first of all, you avoid all the custom mistakes, you avoid tax problems, and of course, the customers are getting these products much faster and much more reliable dealing with the local post services. And then we saw that this service could actually expand. So we started working with businesses, and of course, businesses have the same issue. I mean, if you have a great corporate company, if you have an office in Brazil, it's much better to print your marketing material in Brazil for the Brazilian office, and likewise doing it in Japan for the Japanese office. Those two things combined took us into the print on demand and becoming a platform for the creators of the world. So what we can offer now is that we have a production network with 130 production partners in 32 countries. And with that, we can cover the entire planet, being more or less local. And what happens then is that, of course, for the ambitious creators, the ones who really want to go global and sell across the planet, they will always find through Gelato a local partner to produce their products. It makes it smarter, it's faster, and it's a lot greener, which is exponentially more important now, really.
Mm-hmm. Interesting concept there, because obviously a lot of creators out there on platforms, they have a global audience. It might be YouTube, might be TikTok, whatsoever. And if they come up with an idea for a product for their brand, then basically starting from scratch a global business with your help. What kind of products do you see with creators are most in favor? Where do they start? What's their starting point with Gelato?
I mean, obviously, t-shirts, apparel is big and is growing. Of course, having a fancy t-shirt with a nice design, that's really something to be extremely proud of, and something that people want to buy online. So of course, t-shirts is probably the biggest product right now. We come from a history with paper, and what we also see is fantastic wall art. So, I mean, anything you can print to hang on the wall, whether it is on aluminium or you can print on canvas. I mean, you print posters and we sell them with frames. And having this local network, it allows any creator anywhere in the world to sell to anywhere in the world. Obviously, if I was a Norwegian creator selling globally, it would be difficult to think that, okay, what's going to happen with this framed poster on its way to, say, Indonesia? It would be very difficult to say the shipping should be this much and it's going to take this long. And I hope that the poster will come to Indonesia in one single piece. Obviously, printing it locally, you can do all that, and you do get the price that is correct for the market.
Mm-hmm. If I'm only interested in selling in certain countries and not globally, how does that work?
Oh, you are free to choose any country. And of course, we have many customers who are local as well. And whether you do this on a local or on a global, to a global or to a local audience, I mean, that's entirely up to you. And we have many of those customers. What we want to give them is kind of, if they want to grow, I mean, there's a very good way of growing, and we make it that growing very much easier through this planet. You have one interface into Gelato, and then the world is your oyster, really.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the interface. A lot of merchants, a lot of creators already are on a selling platform. That might be Shopify, that might be Etsy. How does that work? How do you integrate with these platforms?
Well, on the, say if you have Shopify or if you have Etsy, I mean, we have the interfaces too there. So it's really importing and exporting the pictures, importing and exporting your prices, the products. I mean, is extremely easy, and we always want to make it easier for this. The best way for Gelato to grow is that our customers are growing, is that they are adding products to the platform. So we want to make sure that's really easy for our customers.
Mm-hmm. Give me an overview of what kind of products can I expect when I work with you guys?
Well, as I said, we have a background from paper. So, I mean, whether it's within books, I mean, photo books is our history. Anything on cards, greeting cards, anything that goes on the wall. As I said, on different products, aluminium, on paper, on canvas, etc. But of course, now apparel is becoming more and more important. And then you have t-shirts, you have sweatshirts, you have hoodies, you have more organic cotton and better products. You have mugs. You have, because of the name of your podcast, I obviously brought a cup of coffee here, printed on a gelato cup. So yeah, I mean, those typical products. But important to say is that we are constantly adding new products. As I say, we want to grow with our customers. When they want new products, we will work hard to put those on the platform.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk a little bit about the design creation process. How do I get my design in there? What kind of requirements does your platform need to get the product designed?
Well, when you join our platform, I mean, you both have like an upload function, but you also have a designer. I mean, what we are really believe in is personalization. And what we want to help our customers do is selling personalized products. So that if you have a design and you maybe want your customers again to be able to write their names on the products, that's possible. And we make it that extremely easy through the Gelato platform. So really, I mean, upload the PDF and work in our designer tools to make this, to make your design suitable for your end customers.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not a big designer. Do you have any kind of templates or any kind of ideas that I can source from?
Absolutely. We both have Shutterstock. I mean, we have a Shutterstock library. We have templates. I mean, we have a lot of designs that are already there. So you can also go in and just play with what's already on the platform. Obviously, if there are some, I mean, if you are using Shutterstock templates or pictures, there will, of course, be a fee for selling those, obviously.
Mm-hmm. One drawback that I saw a lot of print on demand and dropshipping suppliers out there is when the product gets shipped, it's in a brown bag or in a black plastic bag, which obviously does not really speak for your brand. How do you deal with that? Is there any kind of option for custom packaging, or what do you do?
We have started selling custom packaging. It's not available all over the planet and for all products yet, but I mean, that's something we're definitely looking into. We agree on this. And then, but what we do see is that the speed of delivery is really trumps the packaging. So, I mean, we are really like working hard now on rolling out our platform, getting more and more local, seeing that this is the best way we can help our customers. But of course, we're also looking into the individualized packaging.
Mm-hmm. Now, talking about sustainability, shortening shipping, shortening the way to the customer is one thing, but also on the product side, probably sustainability when it comes to, I don't know, sourcing the right products is a topic there. How do you deal with that?
Well, both directly, that we are in charge of the sourcing and helping our production partners getting the right products, but also working through our production partners, making sure that they know which products they are selling. We also want to teach our customers to choose better products, and have been working with a sustainability calculator to kind of give the right answers. What we all want to do is to help our customers make their customers again make the best choices. So we want to make sure that what we're selling is the best, has the best sustainability track that you can get. But of course, I mean, it's not a secret that for us, this local, the notion about local is really the way we are working hardest on the sustainability side, believing that flying products across the planet is not the way of doing it in 2023.
No, 100% agree on that one. That's not a good idea. Now, when it comes to your partners globally, how does it work with customer support? You have all these partners. If I have a question, if there's returns or whatever, how does that work?
Everything goes through Gelato. So you will not deal with our partners. You will only deal with Gelato, and we take care of the rest. So, I mean, we see this as a partnership, and I think I've probably used the word of production partner several times already in this. This is a partnership. We come with software, and they do the difficult work of making sure that we are sending out high quality at the time that we should. So any customer service questions would come to Gelato, and we will take it with our production partners.
Mm-hmm. Now, you have shipped, I think, about 10 million products over the years, so a huge amount. Can you give me some examples of customers that do very well? What do they do different than others?
Yeah, no, there's something. I mean, when we started in 2007, starting an online store selling these types of products was very difficult. I mean, first of all, there was no cloud computing. We had to buy the servers. We had to register. Getting paid with cards was difficult. You needed different agreements with Visa versus Amex versus PayPal, etc. So there's so much now that makes it a lot easier to start these stores. But of course, that also has a downside. It makes it, there are so many of these stores now. So I think first and foremost, you have to be different. You have to kind of find your type of product and know what you're selling to who is your customer. And make sure you do that really well so that your customers are happy, speaking to their friends about your business. And I think the best way of growing is really finding your niche and do it really, really well.
Mm-hmm. Now, you worked in the startup scene for a very, very long time. What would be your advice for someone who is really at the start of founding a business and looking into print on demand as one, maybe, or the one pillar of their business? What would be your advice to start? How would you start nowadays?
Well, first of all, I would think very hard on, like, what am I selling? Is this really something that customers would want to buy? I think that's really the business or the first thing you have to do in order to finding that product market fit. Is your product something that the market wants? And then I would have ambitions, because the only certain thing is that if you want to be big, you have to start thinking big. And therefore, I would take it slowly and like know when I would do it. Things I would start selling globally right away, very early in the start. I think having that global market is such an opportunity that you can't afford saying no to that one, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Now, going global is something that people have in mind, but I think a lot of startups or early stage businesses are just too scared to go global. With a platform like Gelato, it's quite easy. What's in your plan? What's coming next? Are there any plans from your side to make it bigger, to grow it?
I mean, we will continue growing both in a form of more products on the platform, but also with more partners around the world. I mean, we want to be increasingly global, and we want to be increasingly complete when it comes to the number of products. And of course, I mean, as I said already, our best way of growing is growing with our customers. So they're staying very close to our customers, answering their questions and also their demands when it comes to serving them across the planet. I think that's our ambition. We really have an ambition that anyone should be able to produce whatever they want, whenever they want, and where they want it. And that's Gelato's ambition, and we're going to work very hard in order to fulfill that one.
Okay. Talking about that, how does the onboarding process work? What do I need to do to get started?
Well, the easiest thing, it depends a little bit on your size. If you are already an existing big customer, if you are selling a lot already, or if you're just starting, we make it very easy. And of course, you're only paying for what you are selling. So we have this self-sign-up service. So you can just go in and very easily try to order a couple of samples to yourself if you want to, or you can connect your store right away. It's in a couple of clicks, you are up and running with Gelato.
Okay. You said the pricing structure, obviously you only only pay for what you sell. Give me an idea about what's the sort of average price, for example, for a t-shirt, and what's your kind of profit margin on pricing structure on that side, just to give our listeners a bit of an idea.
You know what? All the prices are online. I would be very, I'd be very careful on commenting too much on the prices and the margins. I think the best thing. I mean, it's also so dependent on the different markets. So I think the best thing would be to actually go on gelato.com and look at the pricing. It's all there, and it's a very easy way of finding with the calculator on both the price and including the shipping. It will also show you the delivery times. You know, there's so many different products on this platform. There are so many countries. I mean, last year we delivered to 190 countries. We had customers ordering from 156 countries and delivering to 190 different countries and territories, I should say. So go online and have a look at the pricing, and you're going to be you'll see that it's definitely possible for any creator to build a business surrounded by supported by Gelato, I should say.
Okay, that sounds great. Before we come to the coffee break end today, is there anything that you want to share with our listeners that we haven't covered yet?
No, I think as I say about making yourself special, making yourself doing something different than the others, I think sustainability is a very good way of going for many more stores. And I think us going local, us putting this focus on local is something that our customers should be using as well to their benefit. I think it's good if you are having a store to tell your customers again that, you know what, if you are ordering this product from our store, we will make sure it's going to be produced as close as we can to your end destination. I think this is something that increasingly matters to everyone. And it's just like for Gelato, this is something that our customers should use in their marketing and when they are presenting their companies.
Absolutely. I like the approach of having it produced locally, but still being able to deliver goods on a global scale. Really good. Where can people find out more about you guys?
Well, the easiest way is, of course, on gelato.com online. And of course, also if you follow us on Instagram, on all the normal social media, and on LinkedIn, you're going to be learning a lot about Gelato. But gelato.com is obviously the easiest and the best way of getting introduced.
Okay, I will put the links in the show notes, then you're just one click away. Paul, thanks so much for giving us an overview. I think it's a very interesting concept. It has been proven to be successful, and I hope that a lot of merchants will try it out and get their products shipped globally, but produced locally. Thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you, Klaus.